Good morning. Happy Tuesday, the 3rd of September. I hope that you are all well. Owen Jennings here, your spiritual guide, coming in with the energies of this week, which are actually from yesterday, the 2nd of September, until Sunday, the 8th of September. I'm in a bit late this week as I had an impromptu breakaway over Sunday and Monday. So, the energies are obviously going to still be the same. I just didn't have a chance to do them yesterday. So, first of all, happy September. I quite like September because for me it's like the beginning of a new year. I always used to have those academic calendars when I was at university, and I still kind of feel like that. Plus, it's my birthday next week, so it always feels like the beginning of a new year for me. As you know, I had a special offer running, which was a bank holiday and birthday offer. But as my birthday is not till the 9th, I am extending it until the 10th. So you can still have an Akashic record session, a session with me and my guides, or a galactic code session for £99. Up until, well, you need to sort of pay for that by the 10th of September, and you can have your session. I was saying by the end of September, but maybe we can move that forward up till the last week in October. The first week in October, not the last week in October. So that's still available. So as I'm born 9th of the 9th, those sessions are £99 instead of 120, and they may well be going up anyway shortly to 150. So it really is a bargain, and I really feel like these sessions will help you going into the last quarter of the year. Plus, as you will soon hear, there's a lot of crazy energy coming in. It's good crazy energy, but it's coming in, and it just might help you gain your own clarity. Well, it will help you gain your own clarity moving forward. So a session with me and my guides would include some coaching, some guidance channeled, me channeling them. It can be business, can be personal. It may well be that you're stuck in a certain area of your life, and they can help you clear that, or at least get clarity on that, if not clear it. And then if you want an Akashic Records session, that means me going into your Akashic Records and seeing what blocks there might be energetically holding you back, and which may be past life or ancestral, or in this lifetime. It's amazing what you might find. I think last week I was in somebody's records and I found trauma imprints, which were still impacting her current lifetime, which are going to be cleared today, actually, as she has her session. So that will help her move forward. And then the other option is the galactic activation, which is when I take you on a journey to meet the Galactic Council, and you ask for what it is you would like to see in your life in terms of changes. So that's enough about that. Also, as you saw, very excitingly, my oracle cards are almost ready. I need to check them one last time, get a test pack printed, and then hopefully I'll have some dates for you for when they'll be available. And that's the Empowered Woman Rises Oracle deck. Also having a new website coming shortly as well. So it's all happening here at alwynjennings.com. Right. So I'm just going to go quickly, well, not quickly, but through some astrology with you as I understand it. You know, I'm not an astrologist, but I really love hearing about it and reading about it. Because it's a big month this month, starting this week. So we had the new moon, which is kind of early hours of today. That's in Virgo. Virgo is all about organization, decluttering, detoxing, that sort of thing. So you may have an urge to declutter, detox all areas of your life, that kind of thing. There is a clash going on with the new moon and Saturn, though, and Saturn can make us feel a little bit limited. So it may well be feel you may well be leading up to this new moon. You've been feeling a bit tired and feeling like, oh, what's the point? I can't be bothered with new moon intentions. But don't do that. Saturn may well have made you feel like that. Just use that Virgo energy of organization and make some plans. Then the big news, as I understand it, and it might not be completely right, is Pluto is making some moves. So Pluto is the planet of power and passion, and the planet that explodes things and then rebirths them. Sounds pleasant, doesn't it? Um, so it's been in Capricorn now on and off since about 2008, and then it moved into Aquarius for a bit, but backwards. So it's been retrograde. And it's moving back into Capricorn again until November, and then it moves into Aquarius until 2044, I think, so 20 years. So Capricorn and so Aquarius is all about new worlds, new thinking, new ways of being, everything that we're trying to bring in into this age of Aquarius. So Capricorn is kind of old school. Capricorn is um, things that, the way you used to do things. So, and it's harder, it's slower, it's earthy. There's nothing wrong with Capricorn, but it's just that it can mean a lot of hard work, whereas Aquarius is more free flowing. So, whilst that all sounds amazing, between now and November, because Pluto's moved back into Capricorn, or moving back into Capricorn, we're going to be given this opportunity to see where our old stuff doesn't work anymore. Our old thinking, our old ways of being, particularly relationships, I think, but also, where, where is it that we need to make changes so that we can fit in with this new Aquarius energy, which is then with us from November. So, and apparently where Pluto goes, eruptions follow. So it does depend where you've got Capricorn in your astrological chart. So have a look at that if you know how to. But yes, definitely looking back at the past, which fits in with what my guides have told me for the energies of this week, which I'll come to in a minute. And then September kind of rolls a bit like that. And then we've got I know we've only just had the new moon, but then we've got a full moon eclipse, I think, in the middle of the month. And then we're in eclipse season, and eclipses are always fun, aren't they? So, just notice all of that. But I guess it is a chance to really clear the decks on all levels, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, so that we will be more in alignment with, our true selves, more able to take on these new energies. Hope you're ready. I think I am, I'm not sure. But if you've been feeling like really, really tired, like a lot of us have, this is why. There's been a lot leading up to this going on, and now we're being shown perhaps where we're still doing things the old way and what we need to get clear on for the future. So it is positive, but with all these things, we have to go through something to realize that. So this is where my guides are now going to come in and tell you a bit more detail about what you might be feeling this week, which kind of fits in with the bigger astrological picture that I've just told you about. Okay. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for joining us. Yes, Alwyn's given you a bit of a broad brush picture of the astrological events coming up in September and moving forward. There are other things going on too. As she's already said, Saturn is clashing with this new moon, which means it can be feel a little bit more limited than most new moons, but it's not really. It's about your how you handle that. So making a plan about a plan about a plan might be the way forward. So still set your new moon intentions, because Virgo is about getting things right. It's about crossing the T's, dotting the I's. It's about organization. It's about, in many ways, perfection, if that's possible. It's also about decluttering, detoxing, looking after yourself, maybe pausing for a bit, because you've had a lot of Leo energy, fire energy. So this is your earth energy now. I'm just trying to calm you down. So use that. So any planning, it's a good time for planning. And you're also in Virgo season this month too. So use it well, all right? Virgo also shines a light on relationships as well. And not only relationships with others, but the relationship with yourself. How are you showing up for yourself? How are you really taking care of yourself? Okay, that's very important. Not only this week, but going forward. It's just that it's being shown to you this week through the lens of the new moon. Then there is this possibility of like a deceptive energy around. It could be that someone else is deceiving you. As Owen mentioned, there is this activity with Pluto. So going back to the old ways, maybe the old ways that weren't working for you. And then you've stepped into Aquarius, but now you're stepping back into Capricorn with this. So there's something possibly going on behind the scenes. Now, it could also be that you're deceiving yourself. You know, are you being totally honest about something? You know, maybe you're saying you're happy with something when you're not. All right. So this energy is asking you to sort of really, firstly, be honest with yourself, to also be grateful for what you're happy with, but being honest about what's not working, where are you not quite in alignment, what areas of your life do you really want to run away from, but you know you can't, but you could change. All right. So it's really highlighting that for you, or it could be this week. It could also be that somebody else is just deceptive or betrays you this week, but it just shows them for their true colours and makes you see that maybe that relationship was not right anyway. And then there is also this sort of feeling that you might be stuck. Now, this is probably where Saturn is coming in with the clash with the new moon. So you may have all these great ideas for moving forward. As Alwyn said, for many, including her, September is often a new start. So there's lots of plans. You've got the new moon energy. You want to move forward. You've got lots of ideas, but you're also feeling like you've got one foot stuck in the mud, so to speak. We feel, rather than, you know, pushing and pulling yourself, so going really fast and then having to stop because you're tired or because you're overwhelmed or because you just can't quite get there, so you're not actually really getting anywhere apart from becoming really tired and maybe frustrated, that it's better for you to try and find some balance this week and to try and go with the flow of how you're feeling about something and whether you feel so each day when you're making a decision, or in each moment when you're making a decision, does that feel right for you? Is it going to take you towards what you want, or is it going to take you away from what you want? If it's going to take you towards, then of course that's a good thing. All right, but do it softly, do it calmly. Try you've had there's been a lot of sort of fire energy around, so just try and calm it all down. And we know many of you know the children have gone back to school. Everything's sort of getting back to normal, but this week you might find you're not moving as fast as you want, but actually that's not a bad thing because there is a lot going on in the skies. So just slow it down, be mindful, and also just go with how it feels, which is what eventually, which is what Aquarius is all about. And as Owen has said, Pluto's moving into Aquarius, not till November, but then it stays there for 20 years. So really, it's time to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah. So calm it down this week. Take your steps forward, make your intentions, most definitely, but just know it might go a bit slower, and know that that's okay. You'll still get there. And if you feel like you're being shown the past, it's for a reason. Even if you thought you dealt with something, it's for a reason. And again, it's just to release the next layer of that, of whatever it is you're being shown. All right. So we wish you well, and we will be back next week. Okay, so hope that made some sort of sense. Yeah, it just feels like there is movement forward this week, but it might be slower than we want. But as long as we're consistent and we're doing it in alignment with how we're feeling, it's good. Which I'm actually quite relieved about because I've got lots of ideas and lots of things I want to get done this week, but maybe I just need to take one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. And maybe that's the same for you guys too. I will be back next Monday, but if you didn't get it from the beginning of the video, it's my birthday next Monday. But I should hopefully still be doing the energies of the week. If not, I'll record something for you. All right. So take care, and a reminder that my special offer is still on now. I decided to extend it to the 10th of September. So £99 for a session with me and my guides, or the Akasha Records, or a visit to see the Galactic Council. All right. So take care, and I will. Yeah, I'll be back next week. Bye for now. Have a good week. Thanks for joining me.